We're live on the Dynasty channel doing a Dynasty mock draft for 2023. That's right. We aren't ignoring the Dynasty community. And if you're new to this channel, make sure you're subscribed down below to my main channel. This is the Dynasty Show. And it is time to Dynasty mock draft, baby. Links dropping right now in the chat. Boom. Get some. The Fantasy Football Show begins right now.
FantasyFootballShow.com studios.
It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live!
Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Smitty is also live whenever news breaks.
From the FantasyFootballShow.com.
No, we don't need news today, and do know that you're watching the Dynasty channel right now. But on the main channel, we're gonna have an amazing video tomorrow regarding top 5 running backs. So get ready for that. We are getting into the mock draft right now. I dropped the link already. I'll drop the link one more time. There it is. Jump in. I'm tempted to put a little Instagram post out real quick. Let me see if I can do that. And then we'll plug back in and go. Let's see here. I want to make a little Instagram post live. So let's do it. Okay, here we go. What's up, buddy? We're doing a live Dynasty mock draft right now on YouTube. Why don't you get on over and check it out? There we go. And let me put the link in here and get people up in the Dynasty mock draft. Okay, go. I think we might be full. Are we full yet on the mock draft? If we're full, we can just start it. Let me go ahead and put this in here. Make sure everybody knows that we're going live. Let me switch back. Okay, here we go. Dynasty mock draft. Here we come. Who's in the building today? Who is up in here? We got Garling. We got Hector. We got Double A. We have Travis. We have Postman. We've got Sick Nasty, Sandu. And it looks like we've got a couple spots still remaining. So hopefully the people on IG can come in and fill it. I know this is the Dynasty channel, so we don't have quite as many people in here. But hopefully we can get more people here. I just sent that. Let me go to the Graveyard chat and post that live on the Dynasty channel. Let's see if we can get more people in here. I know it's kind of late too, but that's how we roll. This is the Graveyard crew, baby. The Graveyard crew. Okay, there we go. Hold on one second. Sorry, guys. Travis, appreciate you being here. Garland, Sick Nasty, Sandu, Double A. Live. And then let me say over here, live mock draft group. Mocking on Dynasty channel. Boom. Okay. That should help. All right, let me plug back in. We'll get people in here. How's everybody doing tonight? We probably won't be here too long. We'll do this mock draft. It's going to go 6 rounds. We're not going to go deep because the ADP data is garbage. We only have like 15, 20 people in here on the Dynasty channel right now, which is why we're having a tough time filling the draft. So if you're watching right now, click the darn link and get into the draft so we can start it. On the main channel, these things fill up in 7 seconds. Over here, because we only have, well, because we're late, it's like 3 a.m. Eastern. We don't have a full draft yet. This is very unusual for us. But it is what it is. And let's fill it up. We could also go computer teams, which we've never done before on this channel before, ever. I could also post it on the Discord. Let me do that as well. Dynasty mock draft. Let me go on the Discord and post this mock draft. Can go into the mock draft. Okay, Dynasty, mock, live. All right, there we go. That'll trigger some people to get up in here. And then I'll do it in one more chat group. Graveyard. I forgot to do Graveyard. Graveyard chat group. Let's get those people in here. Live, mock draft. Okay. So hit me with some questions, and the phone lines are open, so dial in, and once it fills, we'll draft.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
And the phone line is sponsored so far in August by Mark Cleveland and TMT, the two highest super chatters of the month, or gifted memberships and super chatters. And don't forget, whoa. What's going on here? What's going on here? Hold on. Oh, that's why. There we go. Don't forget, our biggest super chatter of the 2023 season is Garrett with 600. Ron Navy with a generous, amazing $765 by Ron Navy. What a monster. Gifted all-time membership is a tie between I put TNT down here. TMT and Double D. TMT and Double D with 250 gifted memberships in one sitting, which was amazing. Anybody that drops a $100 super chat. Now, you can't super chat on this channel, the Dynasty channel, yet. I need to get monetized on it. I don't produce enough content. I need to do that. I need to do it, and I need to do it every day. Bold prediction entry, $50 boards above me, $20 marker board treatment, which is what you see here, and $100 gets your name on the door. And quite honestly, marker board treatment, whatever you want. If you drop 100, that's on the main channel. You can't do those here. Just wanted to congratulate and acknowledge the people that are doing amazing things and helping keep the channels going, the Dynasty channel and specifically the main channel. Okay, let's get back to the draft board, and then the phone lines are open if anybody wants to dial in. Let me go ahead and pop this back up and see if we need any more people. We still need a few more people, which is crazy. DM your friends. We need 4 more people to jump in. This is the longest it's ever taken to fill a Dynasty draft. Phone lines are open. Dial into the show.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Presented by Mark Cleveland and TMT. What's up, Bill? Bill in the hizzy. Bijan going third tonight. Probably Robert or 1, 2, or 3. That's for sure. Dan the Grim Reacher in the building. Travis says, forgive me, I've never done Dynasty. Dynasty's amazing, Travis. You've got to get into Dynasty. Sandu says Pierce to the moon. I do like Pierce. Baker Mayfield must go first round, says Daddy Dennis. Trey says, what's good, gang? Yeah. 4 more spots. Are we really struggling to get 4 more spots? This is crazy. Dial in. What's up, Travis? What's going on? Hello? Is the phone line not working? Can you hear me? Oh God, not again. What isn't working? Nothing's working right now. Nothing's working. Advanced. Okay, let me see. Audio, visual, microphone. Test. That seems to be working. Speakers. Let's go with default sound. Sure. It could be my AirPods that, you know what? That might be the variable. Whenever the phone line stops working, I've literally disconnected. Try one more time. I've literally disconnected my AirPods and told my computer to forget them, but it just continues to like find them. If I got them in, it'll like screw with my audio like crazy. Try dialing in one more time. I don't know if the phone line's working. Try calling, got nothing. Try one more time. Stay on the line though, Travis, because I'm trying to test it. So if you hang up, then I can't test the mic. I'm trying to get you to hear me, but I think it's more about you hearing me. So dial in one more time. I'm at work, or I would. No one wants them. Where would you rank Marvin Harrison in Dynasty? Probably top 10. I don't know that we can put him like 1, 2, or 3. Travis, can you hear me yet?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. It must have just been when I had my AirPods. I just noticed that was probably what has caused the problem in the past, maybe too, is when I have my AirPods and when I sit down, it like connects to my computer, even though I've made it forget it. We can't get 4 people. Oh, there we go. We got 1. We just need 4 more people. Like, this is the most we've ever struggled. Let me post this actual draft link inside the Discord because I'm putting the YouTube live. Let me put the mock draft link. And I can also put it on my Instagram stories. Let's see here. Let me do that. That'll fill really quickly. We're doing a live mock draft Dynasty. Click the link if you want to get in. We got 4 spots left. Or 3. All right, and I'll delete this later, but I'll just put it up right now. There we go. That's on my Instagram stories. This should fill very quickly now. I just got to make sure it uploads. The link, it's right here, bro. It's in the chat quite a bit, but there it is. Go grab it. Do it live. This should fill really quickly now. I got it on my Instagram stories. Someone's going to jump in. This is embarrassing. It's We've never struggled to fill a mock draft before. we even got 18 people in here. So click the link. All right, let me plug back in. We got 2 more spots to fill. It's like pulling teeth. Who wants to mock draft tonight? This is one reason we don't mock draft anymore. Okay, that Instagram post should do it, the trick. This spot should go really quickly. Once it fills, this is our last spot. We will kick off the Dynasty mock draft. Travis, you there?
Yeah.
So this is your first Dynasty mock draft?
Yeah, I've never even done a Dynasty. I've never been able to get enough people that I know to do a Dynasty.
Dynasty.
Where I live with my friends and stuff. So
Dynasty is so fun. Dynasty changes the game. But it does create a lot of animosity. When trades happen in Dynasty, people get pissed off. When all kinds of things happen, people get pissed off. It's insane. The investment level is higher, so people get really, really angry. But we got 18 people in here. Punch that thumb up button. Nearly embarrassed it took us this long to fill the mock draft. We have 18 people in here, and we still aren't filling. On the main channel, if anybody hasn't checked out the main channel, here's the link right here. youtube.com/@thefantasyfootball. I mean, everyone in here probably is following the main channel. Sometimes people find the Dynasty channel and have no idea about the main channel, but on the main channel, it fills in like 8 seconds. Here, we're struggling to get this last spot. It is 3 a.m. Eastern. Let's, I guess, give us a little bit of leeway here.
Hey, Smitty, am I in it?
I don't know. What's your?
I was, and then I don't know.
Well, click the link again.
I don't see myself.
Click the link again.
Yeah, it says waiting to start. 30 seconds per pick. Oh no, I'm in. I got it.
Okay, there's the link. Grab a spot, guys. 1.7. 1.7 is available. Trey's in. Tommy's in. Jay Post is in. Sick Nasty's in there. I don't know who MONE is. Is that money? I don't know if it just says MONE. ... We got Lopez in the building. We got Seattle in the building. We got Snow, myself, under something, and I think that's ARJ. I don't know who that is. That's Sandu, I think.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not in.
Someone says it's full.
I don't know.
Someone says it's full. Maybe I just need to refresh. Okay. You know what? It might have been full for a while. All right, we started.
It might have booted me out. That's weird. I just hit like a minute ago. I hit like 5 or 10 minutes ago. Whenever we first started, I hit join the thing and it popped up. But It's not not too worried about it if I'm not in it. But
yeah, I don't know what happened there. Okay, so when Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, Bijan Robinson, Patrick Mahomes, it's a 1 QB, but Dynasty does make quarterbacks a whole lot more valuable, but this is a little bit high, Patrick Mahomes, but I can understand it because you literally get him for over a decade. So it makes a lot of sense. Travis Kelce at 5 is ridiculously high. Seahawks, I don't know what you're doing there. McCaffrey, Lopez, I mean, bro, McCaffrey, how many years does McCaffrey have left? I mean, goodness gracious. We're on the Dynasty channel. Don't tell me you didn't know this is a Dynasty mock draft. Travis, Seahawks in the 5 spot. Garrett Wilson 1.7, CeeDee Lamb 1.8, Trey gets AJ Brown. Tommy's gonna go what? What's he doing? Why would you take Travis Kelce at 5? Seahawks, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know where I'd take him though. Like at some point you're gonna grab him, but he's a second round guy for sure. Breece Hall makes sense at 11. Daddy Dennis. Oh, is that you, Daddy Dennis? That might be Daddy Dennis because he's defending it in the YouTube chat. He's saying Kelsey's going to play 6 more years. Oh, Daddy Dennis. He's not playing 6 more years, bro. I mean, if he did play 6 more years, he's playing 1 to 2 more years healthy. And then if he does play, let's say he does play 5 years, he's going to be banged up and playing mediocre. Remember Jimmy Graham, Antonio Gates, they slowed down. Everybody does. I know everyone thinks Kelce can't slow down, but you just wait. He's on borrowed time, young man. He's on borrowed time. Kelsey's got this 1 year left, and then honestly, mark my words, Daddy Dennis, walking into 2024, it'll be the cool thing to say that Kelce is in a void. It'll be the cool thing everybody's trying to say. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that I'm going to stay away from Kelce now. People are going to say that all the time. It's going to be everything you hear.
especially because won't he be 35 next year? So just seeing that age, people start to flip.
Daddy Dennis, I appreciate you. I don't want you to get mad at me. Okay, I'm just hitting you with some truth. Biggest gap between number 1 and number 2 position is tight. Dennis, you're talking redraft though. This is, I mean, we all know this. We weren't born yesterday, Daddy Dennis. This is an obvious thing. But the conversation we're trying to have with you is he is not a long-term first round top 5 answer. Like, bro, top 5, he's sometimes not going top 5 in redraft. You just can't take Kelce in a dynasty. I traded Kelce in a dynasty. I got, I forget how many picks I got from Spacula in a follower draft. Something along the lines of 4 or 5 first rounders, I think, for Kelce. But I had to do it. I don't know who I'm going to take coming up here because, Dan, I don't know. It's just going to get crazy. I got Bijan. Daddy Dennis is up again. I like that pick, Daddy Dennis. Walker. And, if this was a real dynasty league, you always could potentially, let's see here. Man, this seems a little crazy, but I don't know why I want to do it so badly. I'm gonna go Pollard. Running backs have a shorter shelf life, so I don't know how excited I'm gonna be about this team, to be honest. But we're just gonna see. If he gets hurt, he's gonna be in some trouble, and dynasty owners are gonna be in some trouble because he's on a 1-year franchise tag deal, and if he gets injured, no team is likely going to invest in him as if he's an unquestioned, big-time starter. But if he blows up, he's getting paid. He's getting paid, and he's getting a starting job somewhere. If not, he stays in Dallas because he's happy there and he blows up there and he is excited about staying there. So we'll have to see how that all shakes out. But it's a little bit of a risk. Looks like under is going for the kill this year. Tyreek Hill, Cooper Kupp, and then JJ, some good future value. It's a solid squad. I am going to go. I'm going to try this 0 wide receiver approach. So I got Bijan, Tony Pollard, and Fields. I don't know that I normally do this, but kind of a fun approach in Dynasty. I love all three of those guys. Fields is just getting started. Pollard has, I think, a good 3 years left before we start worrying about him if he can execute this year. Pollard was the most efficient running back in the National Football League when he was on the field. He was such an effective runner. And people miscategorize him as a small back, unable to carry the workload. He's bigger than Bijan Robinson. So let's pump the brakes on Tony Pollard being a tiny guy. JT is falling like this is. Well, JT, who the hell knows what JT's value is, bro? I mean, no offense, but you have no reason to believe, I mean, if you like JT or not, that he's going to return to his old form ever. You know, I think assuming he is just because he did what he did 1 year. I mean, his ankle is still bothering him from last year, so he's not healthy. Imagine if he goes and plays and re-injures it, needs surgery. What's his value going to look like next year? Probably pretty bad. Whoops. JT, Ramondre Stevenson. Pollard was also number 1 in yards. Yeah, he was the most effective running back in the National Football League, the most yards after contact. He was unbelievable statistically. And somehow people feel like he is not going to hold up. And I don't know. It's worth the gamble.
How do you compare like Pollard and ETN? I know I think ETN's like a couple inches shorter than Pollard, but
they're both
like high efficiency guys, right? They don't need a ton of carries to be successful.
They both can average 5+ yards per carry, which is so unusual. Like Jamal Charles did that, and he's just so efficient. And then you got to ask yourself, well, it depends on the Cowboys' offense, really. But we know ETN's going to be an efficient offense for his entire career, you know, because the Jaguars are only going to get better, and before they drop off and, let's say, get worse, he'll be done, you know. So ETN's going to live in an amazing environment his whole career. Potent, amazing quarterback. Everybody's getting better. I think, you know, the Cowboys are touch and go for me because they're transitioning to a little bit more run-heavy system. McCarthy's calling the plays. Kellen Moore's gone. The offense has been like top 5 in the National Football League in potency for years, so we don't know what we're looking at. So I kind of feel like, you know, maybe, I don't know. I like them both. They're both very good, but Pollard's going a lot higher than ETN. I mean, I took Pollard like a round ahead.
Right.
But
I mean, Pollard has like no competition in terms. I mean, like Vaughn is not going to take any carries from him. Where I don't think Bigsby's going to take a ton of carries, but you know, Pollard literally has no competition. So.
Yeah, this didn't work out as well as I thought. Boy. This didn't work out as well as I thought at all. I was timing out. I had to just McLaurin. Yeah. I think in a different draft, I could probably get away with, I think, DK. I would have got Debo or DK or Ridley or somebody that would have fallen. But with you monsters drafting with you, so you guys is so hard because we're all like-minded. Did you reach on Dotson? Probably, bro, because at 4.3, that's really early. But Terry McLaurin, he's not done. He's still got time, but that's not the best number one wide receiver. Definitely, if I could go back, reverse engineering this thing, I'd much rather have a different combination of players. Definitely. But maybe we'll circle back and do one more. Did I reach on Dodson? We'll do it. We'll do another mock draft. Okay, we got how many people? 35 people in here. Attaboy. Now we're cooking. Hit that thumb up button. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. We'll do one more draft after this. Now that we got a room full of people, so hang tight if you want to do another draft. This is not how I want to end the night. Not feeling this team. I love the start, but there's just no wide receivers left. If DK had fallen, Debo had fallen, Ridley had fallen, Christian Watson had fallen, London had fallen, someone like that, then I would have loved this team. Bijan, Pollard, Justin Fields, like a DK or a London or a Debo or somebody with Pickens, I would have been happy. I would have been to the moon. But my number one wide receiver, there is no number one wide receiver on this team. So I don't like it at all. James Cook, super efficient. I don't know, Dakota Dave. I'm not feeling that one. I feel like Madison, James Cook, Damian Harris. I know two of those guys are on the same team, but those are all guys that I don't know why. I just don't feel that it's going to work out for majority of those guys. Maybe one does work out. Maybe it is James Cook. J.K. Dobbins, not feeling that one either. There's just a lot of questions around some of these players that are in starting positions that have so many red flags and question marks. Let me look at, like, for example, Miles Sanders. I don't even love long term. Dameon Pierce is I like him a lot. I think he could definitely earn himself a long term, look. It's not like he can be. It's not like they're gonna just quickly replace him. But keep in mind that Dameon Pierce and Tyler Algier had about the same kind of effective impact for their teams, and look what happened with Algier. So Pierce is not immune to the Texans next year saying, okay, we had a real good year. We made a splash, similar to how the Lions made a splash in 2022, right? Everybody said, wow, look out for this team in 2023. Well, I think the Texans are a year behind that game plan, and the Texans are going to come out of 2023 with people saying, wow, look at what they did, even though they didn't make the playoffs or anything like that. They're going to be good in 2024. And if the Texans end up, somehow they do have the Cardinals have their number one pick, but do the Texans have another number one pick? I think they do. I'd have to pull it up, but the Cardinals have their pick. They might have somebody else's pick. I forget, but the Cardinals have their pick. So if they have a bad year, the Cardinals are in Vegas projected to get number 1 and number 2 overall, which would mean Caleb Williams goes to the Cardinals and Marvin Harrison Jr. goes to the Cardinals, which is crazy. It's going to make me happy because I'm in Arizona. I don't know what I was even saying there. I got sidetracked.
Don't you think Kyler will come back, or do you think they'll sit him?
It depends on the record. I mean, I don't think they want to sit him entirely because they want him to showcase he's healthy. It would be pretty tough. It would be pretty tough to just have him kind of come out and what do I do here to win now? I could go Quentin Johnston, someone like that, or I could do something like this where I could say this team right now with Hopkins, Pickens, McLaurin. Hopkins may not have good long-term value, but this gives me a shot to actually win now because now I got a wide receiver 1 that I took as my third wide receiver. But from a 2023 perspective, this dynasty team would do very well. So Bijan, Pollard, Fields, Terry McLaurin, Pickens, Hopkins. I almost like my wide receivers in reverse order as I took them, but I just didn't want to waste draft capital on Hopkins. But as my third pick, he could play 2 more years. I think too many people play for 4 and 5 years down the road. Everybody in the chat, tell me if you've joined a league in the last handful of years that's crumbled within 2 years. Raise your hand in the chat if that has happened to you. I'm not going to really review the teams in extensive detail, but just scan through and say, You guys did a good job. I really like the last team. Sick Nasty, I think Gibbs and Barkley's interesting. Amon-Ra, Chubb, Ramondre, okay. I think Tommy, like me, got stuck at not getting some of the depth that we would have normally got probably without drafting in a circle of sharks like you guys. Hurts, Eckler, Ridley. This is an interesting team from the 8 spot. Lamb, Hurts, Eckler, Calvin Ridley. That's a good team. Garrett Wilson, Devontae Smith, JSN, Jackson Smith, and Jigba. You did the reverse of what some of us did, and you have no RBs, so that's a tough one. McCaffrey, Allen, Drake London, Debo, Hawkinson, Pacheco. That's a really good team. Walker, Najee, DK. Okay. All right. So let's start one more mock draft. We'll do the same settings. Let me just check the settings real quick. Draft settings. It's Dynasty 1 QB. Okay, that's all the same. Copy link. And let me paste it into jump in. I'm going to grab the same spot. No. You know, I'm going to grab a different spot. I was going to try and redo that, but the problem is the sniping is not going to change, and it would be fun in front of everybody to try out a new strategy, but I think it's going to be more of the same, so I'm just going to do a different spot. Now we're filling these up quick. Okay, we're all set. We're ready to go. Start the mock draft. Boom. Trey is on the clock. Justin Jefferson, number 1 overall. We got 31 people in here. Punch that thumb up button. Damn, this is the Dynasty channel. What's up, Smitty? What's up, Landon? Appreciate you. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, guys. We got to take the Dynasty channel to the moon. Smitty, I did not know you had a second channel. Subscribe to it, Tyler. It's probably recommended to you, but you got to hit subscribe. So even if you're watching, guys, make sure you subscribe. And don't just assume you're going to be recommended this every time. Let's go Garrett Wilson here. Very early, but it is Dynasty, so we'll do it. Seahawks going Kelsey again. I don't think you're listening to me, pal. Hey, Danny Dennis, let's go ahead and just take a vote, and I want everybody in the chat to vote. Is Travis Kelsey way too high at number 5 overall in Dynasty for Daddy Dennis? Is it kind of high? Is it just right? Or is it extremely amazing? Like, vote those different degrees if you could in the live chat. Let's give Daddy Dennis just an honest little feedback sesh. Because I don't think you want to do this in Dynasty. Daddy Dennis, he barely has a number 5 or 6 overall value in a redraft. Like, what are we doing here? Petrified Woods didn't receive a indication. Travis is way too high. Vote on that, please. I mean, this is just it's banking on Kelsey. I know Daddy Dennis is saying a lot of obvious stuff to us tonight too. I appreciate you. Don't get mad at me, Daddy Dennis. I'm just trying to coach you here. But you're saying obvious Oscar stuff. The gap between number 1 and number 2. Like, I don't know that. Like, that's not the most known thing in the history of fantasy football. And while there's a real important difference to draft Travis Kelsey because he scores so much more than the second tight end. This is a Dynasty startup, Daddy Dennis. Chris Olave and Gibbs. Last Action Hero says, guess I'm invisible. Why are you invisible? I'm Smitty not... Okay, Thomas, appreciate you. Smitty, what happened to your Gibbs video that you promised to drop today? It's coming today. I got caught up in some things, but it's coming today, later today. So, probably I don't know, 12 hours from now or so, unless something comes up. Kelsey and Dynasty is wild, says Garling. Too high pass. Too early, my guy. Not in Dynasty. Look, Daddy Dennis, everyone's telling you need to back off this. You could probably get him with your second-round pick. The only reason he keeps going high is because you keep taking him. Gibbs and Olave is very good from that 12 spot. Christian McCaffrey, Josh Allen's interesting, but McCaffrey's also got maybe 1 year left. He might not even stay healthy the rest of the season. CeeDee Lamb, Tyreek, Brees, Barkley, Jalen Hurts, Amon-Ra, A.J. Brown, and what? How close is the pick between Flowers and Pickens? I mean, in Dynasty, probably dead even. In redraft, a little bit apart. I asked a question about Pittman a minute ago. Well, I mean, Last Action Hero, I don't see everything, but let me go find it. It puts a sad face. I guess I'm invisible. Last Action. Hold on, you're going to make me time out Last Action. Hold on. I've got Garrett Wilson already. I could go. Let's go Kenny Walker. So Garrett Wilson, Kenny Walker. I like that. I'm feeling really, really good about that. Last Action Hero says, Smitty, you said no indie players. Isn't there a new cost of entry for Pittman? In my opinion, Pollard and Madison is like Madison. I don't know what's going to happen. That's a fair assessment, but my conclusion of the assessment is, or the, I guess, examination is that Pollard is going to pass the test with flying colors, whereas Madison's been, I don't know. I think he's been at it a little longer too in the backup role. Not that much longer, but I just feel like he's a little more on borrowed time, where Pollard's got a pretty lengthy career potentially ahead of him. Keep in mind how long like Derrick Henry took to get going. I just feel like Pollard's in that similar vein, in that he sat for a little while in a role that wasn't fully unlocked for him, and I think he could have a 4 or 5 year like spurt. But as for Pittman, new cost of entry for Pittman, it depends, man. I mean, every league's a little different. I feel like Pittman, anywhere near like wide receiver 2 value, I'm running for the hills, because this offense is, it's not going to be, I think, what everybody thinks it's going to be, especially without JT in it. Right now, it may look great in shorts. You know, they're catching footballs in shorts, bro. It's going to be a whole different ball game. But if he's like your late wide receiver 3, which I don't know that you're going to get him that late, then I guess. Sick Nasty said, what happened to my wrench? Well, you're probably not a mod on the Dynasty channel, but I can make that happen. Make sure you're subscribed to the Dynasty channel, guys. Let me see if I can mod a few of you up. Hold on. Let me see if I can get down there. I don't think I have any mods on the Dynasty channel yet. You're probably not a... Let's see here. Okay,
I am. I think.
Okay.
Maybe Terry too. I don't know.
Let me switch over to that and maybe make some of you some mods here.
Smitty, you're on the clock.
Okay. Okay, I got Walker, Garrett Wilson. You know, I'm gonna win now. I don't know if I like this. I don't know if I like that. Maybe I shouldn't have did that. I'm not sure if I should have did that. It's a mock. It's not a big deal, but okay. Here. Let me make Sick Nasty a mod. Hold on, Sick Nasty. Yeah, I mean, it's not gonna carry over, Sick Nasty. I gotta make you a mod. Okay, Sick Nasty, you're a mod. I don't think I have any of the other mods in here, do I?
I don't think so.
All right, Sick Nasty, you feel better? This is a Denny free zone. No, Denny comes on the Dynasty channel sometimes. Last Action Hero says, just became a member the other day. Smitty been watching since around the NFL draft. I'll call in sometime. Okay. Best and original fantasy shows around. Smitty to the moon. Appreciate you. We will have a YouTube exclusive memberships over here. It'll be separate. We'll have super chats over here. It's all coming. Don't worry. He passed out drunk. Yeah, Denny free zone because he's not awake. That's true. All right, let's look at some of these teams. I'm probably not going to review them again at the end. We're probably going to jump after this this mock draft here. So Olave, Jahmyr Gibbs, Cooper Kupp, T. Higgins. Interesting team 12. Christian McCaffrey, Josh Allen, Diggs, and Javonte. It's a pretty interesting squad there. Brees Hall, Barkley, and Calvin Ridley and DK. It's interesting. Lopez is on the clock. CeeDee Lamb, Tyreek Hill, Swift. Swift feels a little early in the third round, I'm not going to lie. I almost don't know that his redraft and dynasty value changes for me. I love him a lot, but he's such an injury risk that I'm willing to take on from a year-to-year basis, but I don't know that I move him from round 6 to round 3. Maybe 5, but definitely not 3. That seems really risky. But I love him. I love him this year. I love him this year a lot. A little early for Austin Eckler in Dynasty, Smitty. Not really. I mean, you gotta keep in mind his ADP in Dynasty is right here, so it's not like I'm reaching. I'm kind of doing a combination of now and future. So Garrett Wilson, Walker, Austin Eckler, Christian Watson. This team could win the cash money now, and I think I'm still putting 3 very, very, very good future pieces in place. So I like it. I think it's a good start. Much better than my first team. Much better. And I think I draft differently based on who obviously I draft differently based on who I'm drafting with. But like with you guys, I don't know that I go quarterback early just because all the other positions are going to get scooped up so much.
I shouldn't have taken Pitts there.
Maybe not.
Because I have London already.
Only because all the other positions get scooped up so tightly without much room for error in terms of the way we all think alike that, I'd rather bank on like a couple older quarterbacks and just figure out that position as we go versus go early quarterback and then all right, I'm on the clock here. Oh, Smitty, you hate Herbert, Smitty. Well, if I hate Herbert, why am I drafting him here? Herbert, Garrett Wilson, Kenneth Walker, Austin Eckler, Christian Watson, Justin Herbert. I like that. Killjolt says, Smitty, you should have an intro Dynasty video. I'd like to enter a scene coming from redrafting 4 years. Not sure what that exactly means, but yeah, I mean, I'll have a Dynasty video intro. I just hit the normal one, but we'll figure it out. I need to post every day is what I need to do. I need to do just even if it's a 5-10 minute rant on something and just end it. Like on the main channel, I don't ever go short. I go 2-3 hours on live streams. Like on the Dynasty channel, I need to just hang up on you guys. Just be like, okay, 10 minutes done. I'm out of here. Bye. Boom. And that's it. Like put a timer on the screen. That way I get to it. Otherwise, I get in here, look at tonight. I get in here. I want to do a quick one. We're 44 minutes in. And I'll just continue on and on and on. And then I won't want to do it the next day because I'll be so tired from the main channel. So I just need to make it like 9 minutes and 59. I'm so tired. I almost said 9 minutes and 99 seconds. 9 minutes and 59 seconds. And the timer, as soon as the timer hits 0, I just hit the end button. No matter who's talking, no matter if I can't wrap the phone line up in time. Maybe it's just 9 minutes and 59 second videos over here. It could be a cool little niche as well, because then you know you're getting a short video. It's not something where you can't like catch up. Some of my videos, people are like, Smitty, your videos are 3 hours long. Like, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to watch this thing? How am I supposed to find anything? I can't timestamp that. People are like, where are your timestamps? I'm like, how am I going to timestamp a 3-hour video? You know how much time it would take me? Smitty, your Dynasty channel could intro your 8 p.m. show. I've also done it the reverse, where we get off the with more followers on the big show. We say jump over to the Dynasty channel, and then we could send more people over. You know what I mean? That's the reverse, but I do that all the time. Darren Waller. Who am I gonna go here? Who am I going to take right here? This mock draft's very different than the other one. I'll tell you that. St. Brown, Devontae Smith, Hurts, Damian Pierce, George Pickens, Aaron Jones. Decent value in the 6th round. Is Jahan a reach? Kind of was, but I wanted him. Where'd you take Jahan Dotson? No, 6th round's fine. It's almost fine in redraft. So no, he was really early in the 4th round, I think, in the last mock draft. That was way too early. But I'm sure, Travis, your mind's spinning because you don't do a lot of Dynasty stuff. You're probably like, wow, these are definitely crazy values. But everybody's drafting a little bit, I think, differently than normal over in this mock. This isn't exactly how it probably would go. Just to let you know, it's just a little bit of people are still.
You know, you're on the clock.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go Charbonnet here. So I got Walker, Charbonnet, Austin Eckler.
Sniped me.
Well, technically, you would have sniped me. It's okay though.
Yeah.
Thank you, Last Action Hero. Appreciate you. No joke, Last Action Hero. Super creative. Thank you. Appreciate you. Graveyard Shift Timer. Yeah. All right. On that note, Travis, I'm going to let you go. Appreciate you calling in, and I'll see you tomorrow on the main channel.
Just real quick, what should I have done different since this is the first one I've ever done?
Okay, you're in the 3 spot. Bijan, Fields, London, Pitts, Flowers, Rashad White. I mean, nothing crazy. I mean, Fields was
Maybe
fine.
not take Pitts there.
Yeah, probably wouldn't take Pitts there. I kind of feel like I don't take a quarterback at all early just because there's so many of those players we love that are falling that I think can rival Pitts. I really do think they will. I like Pitts a lot, but he is in a situation where if anybody's going to suffer, it's going to probably be him in terms of that offense. I think they run the ball well.
Probably should have grabbed it, Just wait on the tight end then.
Yeah, probably would have went, or Andrews is pretty interesting there too if you were to do that. But I would say, a lot of guys were going pretty quickly though. I don't know that there's a lot of other players that were, maybe, let's see here, maybe. I mean, if I was you, I probably would have went Debo there, and I know a lot of people don't love Debo at the end of round 4, but I don't know. It would have made for an interesting team. I think you would have had a lot of now power, a lot of future power, a lot of good mix. I do try and do a good mix. This team that I have: Garrett Wilson, Kenneth Walker, Eckler, Christian Watson, Herbert, Charbonnet. I think Eckler in the 3rd round, middle 3rd round is pretty decent, given that bakes in a lot of risk and this team would definitely compete to win now. So, and I always try to do that. I hate building a team 4 years out. Like you're always going to play for 2nd place if you don't try and win.
But that's what I definitely have to do, like more mocks on to get used to, is like the balance of now and future. So.
Yeah. All right. I'll see you tomorrow, pal.
All right. Thanks, Smitty. Later.
All right. All right, thanks guys for watching the Dynasty channel. Appreciate you all. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, if you just got suggested this and you're like, oh, I think Smitty's live. No, I'm live on the Dynasty channel. Make sure you subscribe to that channel. It helps me. And hit that like button and leave a comment after. Appreciate you all. See you tomorrow on the main channel.